Mercy. Ugh. I love it. I love it.
Hello, Mary.
All right.
Good morning.
Sort this one out.
Hi, all.
Good morning.
Let's talk about
Hi, guys.
Let's talk about
Hello.
good things and the bad things that may be. Let's talk about fish.
Good morning, everybody.
Let's talk about fish, baby. Let's talk about you and me. Let's talk about all the good things and the bad things that can be. Let's talk about fish. Fish. Let's talk about fish. Let's talk about
Yeah. Sharpie's Bottle, Steven, Lori Venker, Lee, the man Alex is here. Good morning, Cassie and Mary. Delighted to see you, lady. Aquatic Conquest.
Let's talk about fish, baby. Let's talk about you and me. Let's talk about all the good things and the bad things that may be. Let's talk about fish.
I didn't think I was going to come up this morning,
Let's talk about fish.
but I did.
Fish. Fish. Let's talk about you and me. Let's talk about all the good things and the bad things that may be. Let's talk about fish. Let's talk about fish. Fish.
Yes. Good morning, all.
A bit late on.
Good morning.
Oh,
There we go. Good morning. So I've got
Good.
challenge was the gauntlet was thrown down. Did you see that, Father Fish?
what?
Aquarium Conquest threw down the gauntlet.
Let's talk about fish.
What am I doing?
Fish.
Yes. Good morning, all. Now, what are you talking about?
You didn't see. He wants me to sing the national anthem.
Oh, I did see that. You know, I was just realizing yesterday what a very lovely voice you have. You know, I've been listening to it for months. A little song you made up. But you really have a very pretty voice. So that would be wonderful if you're up for it.
I don't know. I warmed up a little in my kitchen, but when I thought about doing it in front of everybody, I was like, I don't know if I could or not. It's
Oh,
easier when I'm standing.
Sounds like you're ready to go.
No, it's easier when I'm standing. I
Well,
guess.
if you want to go get in the shower, yeah,
That one is a hard one, and I was like,
it
I don't think
is.
I'm starting this line correctly, so I'm like, don't have the tempo quite right on a couple, maybe one line. It's like I could maybe do one line for you. I don't know about the whole song.
Well, let's thoroughly embarrass you here and
You're
get you up.
gonna delete this one later.
See what you're made of.
See what I'm.
No, we're going to turn this into this is going to be a story time.
I think.
No, you
I don't
can
even have
do
all my makeup on this morning because I didn't think I was gonna come on.
it. You look beautiful.
Like, can I turn the camera off while I do this?
Well,
Whatever
yeah, if
you
you
like.
want, that would be
Whatever-
all right.
Whatever will get you feeling comfortable.
Everybody's saying yes, yes, yes.
Probably doing it with nobody watching. Now I'm getting nervous. See, making me nervous.
I know.
Hang on. Gotta loosen up the nerves. Gotta shake it out. Well, I was not sure if it's appropriate to sing yet.
Yeah, I think it is. I really think it is. I think it's more appropriate now, perhaps, than than it might be later, because we really need to understand that that we are together as one people and one nation, and that we really are not divided. And nothing says that quite as clearly as our national anthem and our flag. So give it a go, Cassie.
Give it a go. All right. I think my nerves have calmed down a little, but if I crack, it's because I'm nervous. All
Crack
right.
away.
My computer's loud too. All right. Here we go. All right. Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight. Oh, the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave? Oh, the land of the free and the home of the brave.
Bravo! Bravo!
I swear that sounded better in the
Bravo.
kitchen because I was nervous.
That was wonderful. That
Yeah,
was wonderful, Kat.
That third
Absolutely.
line screws me up.
You did wonderful.
I can do better, but in front of everybody.
Hey, that was on the spot. So, and we needed that this morning.
Yeah,
We
you
really
bet.
did.
You bet.
We needed that. There
Well,
you go.
thank you. I wish it could have sounded a little bit better.
It was beautiful. It was beautiful.
It was giving me goosebumps earlier, so I didn't get goosebumps just then.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Well,
My
everybody
daughter can
else
sing that.
did,
Things falling
so
down.
it counts.
That's right.
Thank you very much.
Thank
Kat.
you.
All right.
Thank you.
All right. There you go.
Very, very courageous of you.
Well, hold on. I got to fix my computer.
Ugh.
I got like pins and needles in my hands now. I think all the blood came out of my hands.
Yeah, really. I took a pill this morning, and I'm sorry I did, because I'm running to the bathroom about every 5 minutes. So if I suddenly disappear, I'll be back.
Oh no.
Roman Chirac says, "Now I want to be an American." Dynamite.
Well, and I was thinking this morning, I feel like we need to break off. But maybe that's not the right thing after what you just said.
Well, yeah, I know. I tried to do this the other day too, to talk about the fact that we need to keep our differences in perspective. And I'll tell you frankly, if Donald Trump loses this election, which I still don't believe is going to happen, but if he does, it will put all of those who support him in a position where they will be required to be civil and respectful and have a genuinely open conversation. I mean, that it seems to me the thing that's been lacking over these last not just 4 years, much longer than that, maybe 20 years, has been an open conversation. We've become afraid to talk to each other. I was watching a little, it comes up all the time. I've seen 2 or 3 interviews just in the last few hours where people were talking about the fact that they were afraid to talk with their friends about their politics because they didn't want to lose the friendship. Now, what in the world kind of madness is that? That is madness. When the when a politician any politician or a political view or a political position becomes more important than our personal love relationships, then we're out of balance, badly out of balance.
Yep, we sure are.
It came up for me when I was talking about this the other day, and Jason was on. Jason and I are at loggerheads politically, but we are very deep friends. We have a very strong and an abiding friendship, and a great deal of respect for each other. And that's not going to take play second fiddle to politics, to our different political ideas. Those are the things that we're supposed to talk about. That's what we're supposed to have conversations about, is our politics, and for that matter, our religion. We're supposed to talk about those things. What in the world do we have a free society for if we're not going to express our freedom by talking about the things that matter to us the most, about the ideas that matter to us the most? You know, if we get to the point where we cannot talk about ideas, then we will have become a tyranny. We will have become a tyrannical culture in which only the strong win arguments and not reason and logic and truth. That this very notion that we have to demonize people in order to win arguments is not just a logical fallacy, it is a malicious fallacy. Demonizing people is malice. It is slanderous. It demonstrates the weakness of the position of the person doing it, that they cannot stand for what they believe. They have to fill their mouths with insults and condemnation. And that goes for both sides. That goes for our entire dialogue. The very notion that we have to slander each other to win an argument is itself an obscenity. It is itself an obscenity and deserves no quarter at all. Anybody who thinks that's a way to win arguments is a fool. I remember a while back, I won't mention who or where or what, but Mary Page knows because we've talked about it. I went on a channel about 6 months ago where somebody was spouting off about something I didn't believe. And I called him on it and I said, da-da-da-da, you're wrong. This is what I believe. And the response that came back was purely slanderous, purely insulting. And basically my response was, is that really all you've got? Is it really necessary for you to try to slander me as a way to somehow win your argument or win your position? Well, it kind of ended there and I went away. But I heard through the grapevine that was a salutary moment for that individual who began to change their attitude and began to become much less insulting and much less abrasive and just a little bit more reasonable and kind, shall we say. We need to do that. We need to treat our differences with kindness. Treat our differences with kindness, not with insult, not with slander, not with accusation, not with vulgarity. God knows, not with violence.
Well,
How
that's
mad,
why
how
you
mad have we become? Go ahead, Cassie, spit it out.
like that's why you do debate in school, you know, and to learn how to talk without insulting somebody or the other side, you know.
Yeah, that's exactly right.
And you're just not open-minded either.
I think as a culture, we've lost that skill.
Mm-hmm.
And we need to regain it. We need to be able to have reasonable conversations with people with whom we disagree deeply and profoundly. And let it not be violently. Let it not be ugly and vulgar. Let it not be hateful. We don't need to be hateful about things as trivial as politics. We don't need to be hateful.
You know, certainly there's within my own family, you know, we're not hateful towards each other, and I love my family and my brothers very much, but there is a divide, and we don't talk about it amongst my own family. So if you can't even talk about it with your own brothers, I don't know how you're going to be able to talk about it with anybody else. So,
well, you know, I really think we need the people who won't talk about it are the people who most need to talk about it. Because for the most part, the reason they're not talking about it and they're not willing to talk about it is because they really cannot justify their position rationally.
Sure.
It's emotional. They're emotionally bound up in whatever it is they believe, whatever it is they think. And they haven't thought about it. They haven't dissected it. You know, that's when you get to the point where your beliefs are purely emotional, then you're being controlled. You're being manipulated. You're not thinking for yourself. You're not making up your own mind. You're simply parroting what you've heard someone else say, someone perhaps who you respect. But nevertheless, it's someone else and not you. If you can't explain yourself, then you don't believe what you're thinking because you don't understand it.
What was it? Aquatic Conquest said. He just made a comment.
Sad, but it's okay because you know, I still love my brothers, whether they're ready to talk or not. They're also older than me, so you may not want to talk with me.
So as the baby sister,
I have the baby. We're also half siblings, so there's like 15 years separation, and now we're divided by country as well. We're all over the country. I'm left in Florida. My brothers, I have a brother in North Carolina, one in New Hampshire, and one in Colorado. So we're separated by distance, and that doesn't help.
Where did you grow up?
I grew up in Colorado.
Oh, okay. And what did your father do? What was his profession?
My dad was like a systems engineer for Martin Marietta.
Interesting. Which is essentially what your husband is.
Right.
A glorified engineer, right? With emphasis on the glorified.
Oh, my mom was an English major who ended up becoming working also for Marietta and working on proposal writing. So she did that pretty much her entire career.
Wow.
She corrected me on my grammar growing up.
Really? Huh.
I had a question for you before I go, because I'm going to have to go in a little bit. But
yeah, you're going to the dentist. We will be thinking about you. What do you got there?
I'm going to the ortho. It's an
Oh, the container.
scheduled ortho checkup. But my son is getting his permanent retainer today, and I'm getting like a checkup for my teeth. I've been trying to fix my teeth here. I had braces when I was younger, but the retainer that I had that was in there made my teeth go, one tooth go crooked. So I've been trying to fix it, and it's been ongoing. But yeah, here is, what are you talking about these when you're mentioning you were sucking on mints?
No.
Are these the mints?
I was talking about two different things. One was lifesavers.
Spearmint
Very
lifesavers.
nice. I like those, but they're really sugary.
Yeah, they are. They're very sugary.
Yeah.
My son has gotten into them, but it's funny, like we've been getting a lot of doubles and packages not fully sealed, and it's been just terrible quality control with these.
This is the one. Let me get it up here. I happen to have one in my pocket. That's a winter green. A lifesaver winter green. Which is chewable, which I like. But I think the other one is the menthol, the mentholyptus.
Is it? Okay. Because I have the same postnasal drip as you, and I was like, maybe I ought to try that.
Yeah, I think the mentholyptus helped. I need something
I've gone to like ear, nose, and throat doctor, and they haven't been very helpful either.
I know, me too, exactly. Doesn't do a bit of good. I need to take a break, girls, for a minute. If you two will carry on, I'll be right back.
We'll try. I'll sing again. Not.
Did you get the comment from Stephen?
I did. I copied it.
Okay.
But, I'll try to ask when he returns.
Yeah. I do not. I need to get me a notebook or something. I don't have anything to write anything down with. I'll be right back. I'm not going to leave you long.
Okay. It's all me. You guys have to talk about today besides that stuff. Any questions? Went to green.
So I got these fancy Bluetooth headset with the microphone and all. Got it working. Was working great. And as soon as I went on to StreamYard, it kicked them off. So I don't know what in the world.
Yeah, I've got my concern with work with StreamYard.
Yep, and I guess it does not.
Yeah, that's what I need, something like that.
Oh, they were working wonderfully. Okay.
My husband kept like looking at big old like gamer headphones. I'm like, I am not coming on here.
Yeah.
With a big gamer headphone on my head.
Alex's video yesterday, it was really good.
Well, I got Stephen's comment, Nicholas, about the nitrates. I've got that one flagged already.
Okay.
I think that's the same comment, unless he made another one. Yeah, he says he made a short video showing DIY brine shrimp, so that'll be awesome if we can see that.
Oh, yeah.
But I don't think he's sent it yet. Hopefully he's uploaded it. And a black worm culture. I don't know if anybody has seen the How to Breed Daphnia by Mark's Aquatics, but I found that like the other week, and I was rewatching it yesterday. He doesn't talk very much about like where he got the Daphnia. Yeah. And there's not a whole lot of talk about breeding it, even though the video says how to breed. I'm going to copy that link and share it with you.
Yeah, breeding Daphnia is pretty simple.
Excuse me.
You need green water. I mean, that's really
Probably is.
about it.
His
Put 'em
water
outside.
come in a bowl.
I've been watching Fishman, and he's been developing a system and a Daphnia culture that's been pretty interesting. I don't know if y'all watch Fishman, but he's another good one. Builds everything with acrylic. Just so cool.
I saw a couple. Father Fish, I just posted a YouTube video where Mark's Aquatics has all his Daphnia that he just got, and he put it in a little bowl, smaller than my bowl. So if you want, you can share that, or everybody else, you can click on it and watch it.
You have a link or what?
I just copied it into StreamYard or the chat at 8:29. But also, before I leave, Stephen says he wants to send you, I have a study I want to send you regarding high nitrates, a test that they ran. And he's made a short video showing his DIY brine shrimp setup and black worm culture.
Oh, neat. Great.
And
Yeah, I'm real interested in blackworm culture. I'd love to figure out a way to get a blackworm culture going. So I'll be real interested in that.
The Daphnia I saw when I looked it up, like where do you buy Daphnia? It was like $18 for like a little jar of Daphnia.
Yeah, you can catch them anywhere. Wherever there's a little body of water that has no fish in it, it'll be full of Daphnia.
Okay. Yeah, I'd like to try to catch my own.
yeah. Anton's. He had
You want to play that video? We can do that.
That would be great. What was it Anton asked? If Father Fish had gotten
his video.
A video.
Yeah. About his bathtub pond.
What are you talking about?
Anton
just sent you a video yesterday. It's a video about his bathtub pond. Could have been a day or 2 days ago.
I don't remember. Let's play this and we'll get back to it.
Okay.
Oh, it's half an hour long.
Hey, what's happening, guys? Mark back here in Mark's Aquatics.
The first part is on the Daphnia, though.
Okay.
Jack Frost had his paintbrush out.
You probably skipped it a
Isn't
little
that
bit.
gorgeous? Look at that.
Look at that.
Yeah, he had a nice shot of the frost.
Look at that, all over the top of the roof as well.
Jack Frost came.
Yeah, the side of the truck on the roof.
Yeah.
It's melting on the truck a bit, but look at that. Well, guys, on today's episode, I thought we would talk about some Daphnia.
Have you seen Mark's Aquatics before, Father Fish?
Wow, it was absolutely freezing
Have
outside.
you
I'm
seen
looking
any of Mark's Aquatics videos?
guys, you're looking at my...
I say again, I had his audio in my ear.
Oh,
What are you saying, Darcy?
I was just asking if you've seen any of his videos before.
Yeah, I really like him.
I don't think
Small
so.
little bowl here, one of the ones that we made up a good while ago.
Yeah,
now, and
that's
I did
a
that sort of
magma.
rope work, and
That's
we
the
had little hanging
largest
basket
of the
aquariums, and I
Daphnia.
made one with a filter and one without a filter, which is this one. And I went down to my local pet shop. Yeah, we got a new pet in the workshop. Really excited. I'll show you him shortly. But he feeds on these, and they're called Daphnia. Now, they're amazing little creatures. You'll find them in all little ponds, rivers, puddles, your watering can out that you've left full of water for some time, and the mosquitoes have got in there. And these, no doubt, these little guys will get in there as well. Prolific little breeders, and they make amazing fish food, and they're really easy to breed as well. You've just got to literally put phytoplankton in there, or sprinkle a little bit of yeast on top of the water, and that'll feed them. They can have anywhere from there's different types. They've got different Latin names for them, which I'm not even going to try and pronounce because I'm not very good at pronunciation on those sorts of things. And they, like I said, they can have anywhere. Some of the species can have just 1 to 2 eggs, and the bigger species can have anything up to 100 eggs. You can see the eggs quite clearly under just a magnifying glass. You wouldn't be able to see them from this footage that you're looking at now. I wouldn't have thought. But some of the bigger females there are all carrying eggs, and they will cloud that water up in no time at all. And they got an interesting fact as well to these with the egg laying side of things. They can breed normally, where the male and the female attach, and they mate obviously, and then the eggs are produced. But then they can have already fertile eggs as well. Like their young can be born, and they can just have fertile eggs, and they'll just get pregnant and they'll lay the eggs, or they can lay something called sleeper eggs, which they tend to do later on in the year when things cool down a bit. And they'll lay these eggs that lay dormant for quite a long time. Obviously, you know, if the temperatures are dropping and they die off, then the following year you get an eruption of these new Daphnia babies in the ponds and things. So they keep their little line going. You can see the little antenna on them. They look like two little wings on the top of their heads, which give them vertical propulsion.
Interesting. Yeah, that was good.
Yeah, I like seeing that little bowl. It's really cool. But he really doesn't give a lot.
I think I would, if I were doing that and trying to keep a culture going, I would probably put air in it in order to get a larger quantity. They can get really thick. We have a farmer locally who raises them in about 1,000-gallon vat, a big round vat. That's about 4 foot tall and about 8 feet across. Excuse me. And when he dips a net through it, he'll come up with a cup full at a time. Just, large number of them. I think he's got 2 such containers, and he sells them by the pound. So about 2, I think 2 cups is a pound or something. I don't remember. It's been a while. He feeds spirulina, and he also has sun directly on it, so it gets green. I like the idea of feeding yeast. That works real well too.
And you mentioned yeast, but I'm thinking like, well, can I just sprinkle yeast out of the packet, or do I need to like prepare it like you do for dough and then feed it?
No, you can feed it. Just pour it directly on the water.
Good to know. That's just one of those questions. I'm like, he didn't answer that, and he didn't demonstrate it.
Oh, that's good. Milligan and Sons saying Fishman just released a video on how to sift vinegar eels. That, that's pretty slick.
He has some really good videos.
All right, I'm going to leave. I'll exit stage right. I gotta go.
Okay.
Sorry, Father Fish. I'd like to stay longer.
Thank you, Cassie.
All right, have a good day.
I enjoyed your song. Thank you so much.
Yes, thank you.
That was
Thank
wonderful.
you. You're welcome. All right, have a good day, guys.
Okay.
Bye.
You too. Bye
Bye. Okay. I was like, some of the here, Fishy wanted to know if you'd ever sparked a wintergreen, a spearmint.
If I what?
Have you ever sparked a spearmint on your teeth? One of the wintergreen lifesavers.
No, I don't think so. Well, these are kind of soft. I mean, they're really chewable.
Let's see. There was something Sharpie was talking about. Oh, let me get back to it. I've got the sniffles too. My eyes have been running like crazy.
Feeding my guppies some bloodworms. Never expected to see my cherry shrimp go mad. Not many people mention shrimp eat bloodworm. Yeah, sure enough.
I never thought about it, but yeah, I guess they do. Let's see. Sharpie said his Hemochromus spawned yesterday after 5 hours in their new tank, but the eggs have been eaten.
I
Who
saw that. That's exciting.
Who would be? He wanted to know who would be the likely culprit. Them, the Acaros, clown loaches, bristle noses, or the Bisher.
Yeah, all of the above.
All the above.
Right.
Clever Aqua at 829. What are the things that you do to get your fish into breeding conditions? I'm specifically talking about tetras, is what he's trying to.
Yeah, feeding them live food, bloodworms, brine shrimp, whatever you got, live food.
Mm-hmm.
You can also chop up shrimp, like eating shrimp, and chop it up fine. Feed them that. Any kind of fish, chopped up fine. You can put it in a blender or a coffee grinder to get it tiny enough. Any live food will cause the females to egg up.
Okay. Oh, and Anton said he just sent you the video again with the email again. Should be there any moment.
Sent it as an email.
Mm-hmm. Are you sending that to fatherfish at fatherfish.net, Anton? Just making sure, because I think we've got a couple of shrimp eat anything. They do. Stephen, the biologist, says the culture I have is in a tray with 1 tablespoon of dirt and 4 centimeters of water with salt and a dab of yeast with the mixture we made in the lab just for our worm cultures. I also have a cooling rack. It sits. Did I see that? Okay.
Is this Slabber Tanton?
What
His
is
outdoor ponds?
Yeah, Anton Sabert.
Yeah. Let me share that. I watched that yesterday. It's really impressive.
Alex says he had a photo of a tiny blue dream trying to sneak away with a bloodworm, a 1-inch bloodworm. Oh, it sits and keeps it cool beside the DIY brine shrimp.
Just an amazing garden. I'd love to see this garden in full flourish.
Yes.
Yeah, just look
beautiful.
at that. I mean, it's just a tremendous. And I like the way he's used old bathtubs.
Yep.
Let me play it again.
I had an old clawtooth bathtub that was sunk on our property in Kentucky. That was my goldfish pond.
Yeah, some
I
nice
miss it. That's beautiful.
Isn't that nice?
Yes, it is.
It's got them overflowing. And the garden area beautiful. In the back is what really impresses me.
Oh, it's gorgeous.
He's got raised beds, it looks like, back there. Gorgeous. Very tiny plot with a lot going on. It's a papyrus growing in a pot. Isn't that nice?
That is beautiful.
I like these little stepping stones,
I do too. Just lovely. It is. I love that. Where are you located, Anton?
Yeah. We need to see this. We need to see this in the height of summer with everything green and growing.
Oh, it's so pretty. Very nice.
Very nice, yeah. Yeah, I watched that yesterday, as I'm doing now. I just kept watching it because it's just so well done and so interesting.
I watch on my phone. I'm always, y'all see me looking down.
Yeah, he needs to submit that for the contest.
Mm-hmm.
Make sure you do that, Anton. If you have not yet.
Hello, Danikin. Does anybody want to come up?
Kenny.
Anybody want to come up and join us this beautiful day?
See if Lori will come up.
Did you see Lori's new video?
Oh, Anton is in Pretoria, South Africa.
Oh wow, that's right. I remembered somebody. That is so cool. Thank you for sharing that with us,
Nice.
Anton.
Yeah, you bet.
Let's see. I don't know if there's any more questions. I think I got. Did I miss any questions, guys? Usually somebody will let me know. Well, Stephen, I was reading his comment a second ago about I started blackworm culture for my scarlet batis and pea puffers. I'm turning my 500 into an African tank. I think that's where it started. And the culture I have is in a tray. I read that part a second ago. With 1 tablespoon of dirt and 4 centimeters of water with salt and a dab of yeast. With the mixture we make at the lab just for worm cultures, I have a cooling rack it sits on and keeps it cool. Besides that, and it's beside the DIY brine shrimp I did. Says they also will eat their eggs if they feel threatened by the tank mates. Is that about the fish? Oh, he put 2 comments, the same ones. It's all right. Let's see. Aquatic Conquest is talking about using marbles, a good way to collect eggs, like in the tanks.
Yeah, for egg scatterers,
Mm-hmm.
there are two kinds of egg. There are two kinds of egg scatterers. They one lays eggs that are adhesive, and the other lays eggs that are not. Um, Fish like neons and cardinals and so forth are non-adhesive eggs. Um, Eggs like rainbows are adhesive eggs. Cories are adhesive eggs. Um, and they're essentially still egg scatterers. They do sort of lay their eggs. They'll go in or around some structure, either plants or or rock or something, and lay their eggs so that they adhere to those surfaces. The rainbows will actually work into a big clump of Java moss, for example, and lay their eggs, and the eggs will adhere to the plants. Other fish spawn on the bottom, and their eggs fall to the bottom. There are yet another kind of fish that lays eggs that float. And I'm trying to think of a freshwater one that does that, and I can't think of one. The yellow tang, also the blue tang, they go into deep water in the ocean, um, off the coast of Hawaii, and in large spawning uh, uh, aggregations, and that's a pretty big fish. And they spawn, and all their eggs will float to the top. Well, in the ocean, the most fertile layer in the ocean is the surface. That's where there's the most microscopic life. So the eggs go up there, they float, and the babies stay there until they have grown enough to be able to swim down. I don't know of any freshwater fish that lay floating eggs. Perhaps
I was
Alex may
trying to
know.
see.
know.
Somebody said, Ward Dunlap said some betta eggs float on a bubble nest, but he means like they just,
Oh, yeah,
yeah.
they do. You're right. They do. Betta eggs. Now they drop. I think when they pick them, when the male picks them up, he probably encapsulates them a little bit with air. I know when they go in the nest, if you tap on the nest though, they'll sink.
Oh, they'll
They
fall.
really, yeah, they really don't float. Um, the babies will stay in the nest. when the babies hatch, if they start falling down, they'll try to scoot back up. Uh, and if they don't, then the male will catch them and spit them back into the nest. So the babies, they try to stay in that bubble nest until they're able to swim, which is 2 to 3 days typically. But those eggs don't float. There are other bubble nest builders, but it may be all, I don't know. Maybe we've got some ichthyologists here who want to know an answer to that question.
Trying to see if anybody
Whether there are any
Grommies.
freshwater, whether there are any freshwater species of fish that lay eggs that float.
Splash tetra.
Gouramis,
Em-
all of the gouramis,
Yeah, gouramis. My emperor male.
they lay bubble
Uh,
nests. They have bubble nests.
Killifish. Killifish, Alex says,
Killi.
often have eggs out of water floating to the shore. Um,
That's interesting. Yeah, they
what
hop.
what do rice fish do? They're scatterers, right? Are they
Yeah,
egg
they're
scatters?
not
Okay.
they're adhesive or not though.
Okay.
I think they're. I don't know.
Nice, Kenny. Kenny says he's got a. Now I don't know if I could say that right. Paratilapia, something bleaker have
Oh, the
built me a
bleaker eye.
nest.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's
a
a
bleaker eye.
Madagascar fish. It's the one we call a starry night.
Okay.
There are two species. There's the pollini and the bleaker eye. The pollini has larger spots. They're a little more splotchy. The bleaker eye, they're both from Madagascar. Uh, well, there's a few other fish that have been brought over recently from Madagascar that are not doing well. Everybody seems to be losing them, including the even the the really good importers, the
Yeah.
guys who bring stuff in to spawn it, are not doing well with them. But the bleaker and the pollini, they've been around for a while, for probably 25 years or so, maybe not that long. I started seeing them 15 years ago, so they had to be there for 5 years. Before that, yeah, 20, maybe 25 years.
What is
It's
a
a fish
splat?
that gets fairly big. They get 8 to 10 inches. They're jet black with tiny white spots like salt and pepper,
Oh
like
yeah.
salted all over.
Now I
Very,
know which fish they are, Kenny.
big.
Beautiful fish.
Yeah, they are.
Gorgeous.
They really are pretty fish.
Alex was saying he mentioned the splash tetra also. What is a splash tetra?
It's a little tiny tetra. Now, why does it splash? I don't. I've had them, but I can't remember. Somebody talk about splash tetras. Why
Hey,
did they?
you want to drop a link and see if somebody wants to come up too,
Oh, sure.
or if you don't want to, that's fine. Maybe we
That's
could
what
get some conversation going.
yeah, we're not being all that insightful here, are we?
Yes, you are. You're always insightful.
Oh, well.
Let's see. Uh-oh. I hear a phone going off. Hold on just a second. Calvin? Okay. You got it? It's probably... Oh, my daughter has come up with... she's got the dreaded C word.
Oh,
My one
really?
in Kentucky. Yep. Sure
Huh.
do. Oh, thank you,
Well,
Daniken.
she's a young woman. It'll go away quickly.
The one with the twins. Let's see. I say let's see all the time. Sorry. I say let's see. Oh, Stephen was telling about about his study he wants to send you. He said the short version of the study we did, we found slow and severe damages to the fish's stomachs and heart being kept in a tank with 200 ppm for over a year period. We monitored their organs
Huh.
and form, and they did from the damage to their intestines. Then it was time to figure out how that caused so much damage. What about how nitrates caused that, and what it was to, and what was in it to cause that.
Huh.
That's
So
pretty
nitrate
interesting.
or GH was a 200 points nitrate. Is
PP,
that
I think that's what he said. Yep,
ppm
200 for a
nitrate?
year. For a year, they let. I think that's what he said, wasn't it? Yeah, with 200 ppm for over a year, and then they monitored their organs, and then the damage in their intestines.
Oh, that's what it is.
Yep.
Alex is saying splash tetras lay eggs on leaves.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, above the water. That's right. They jump out of the water. The pair of them jump out of the water together and lay eggs on a leaf,
Oh,
hanging down
wow.
in the water. They're tiny fish. They're not a big fish. They're like 2 inches long. And the male will splash water onto the eggs to keep them from drying out.
Oh,
And
that's neat. That's pretty neat.
And then 2 to 3 days later, they'll hatch and fall off into the water. At which point, I suspect there is no further parental care. Yeah, that's a strange one, isn't it?
Yes, it is. That's pretty cool. I'd like to see that. I'm gonna have to look that up. Let's see what else we got going on. Egg or leaf. Lee. It is cool, isn't it, here, Fishy?
Here's a
Rainbows.
community. Slabbertanton. Who is Slabbertanton?
Flabbertanton.
What do rice fish do? They're scatterers, right?
Oops.
Okay.
What am I doing here?
Whose is that one?
He says he's got a. Now I don't know if I can say that right. Tilapia.
Sorry, Danikin, I butchered that name.
Yeah, I believe you're right.
It's the one that.
And I'm trying to think of what else, Cassie. I think we got all those.
What else?
Damage to intestines. Danikin said he got up early to watch Father Fish. Feel like I'm back in the Marines up before dawn.
Yeah, Kenny called me yesterday just at a point where I was really feeling badly. Just kind of emotionally, psychologically. I don't really know what it was. I was just, it was like I was out of control of everything. And he called me up and just hit me at just the moment where I needed somebody to, kind of focus in and help me take a deep breath and back off.
Right.
And we talked for a while. We talked for probably 10, 15 minutes. I got to know Kenny when he was here visiting during his national tour, which was a magnificent thing. Speaking of whom, look at this. There he is.
There he is. Hi, Kenny.
Finally got up early enough to see you guys.
Well, there he is.
Sorry, guys. I was on Top Chat. Sorry, guys. I hope I didn't miss a whole bunch. Okay, y'all get to talking.
Nice to see you, Kenny. Yeah,
glad to see you.
About the fact that you called me yesterday when I really needed somebody to poke their finger into my psyche.
Can't let all this get us down, Father Fish.
That's right.
I know it. Fishy. with the
Chalupa is.
everything fishy. Joey was here earlier.
Yes,
He's
are you still here?
I don't know. Kenny, have you met Joey?
I don't think I
his
have.
site? He's a 14-year-old who is amazing. He's ahead of where I was at that age, way ahead of where I was at
I
that
tell
age.
you, I am very impressed by how many youngsters are popping up on this YouTube now that
Yeah.
I'm very impressed with.
Yeah,
At
the
least we
thing
know that somebody
exciting
will carry
about
the
this
torch.
is he's done it all on his own. He has not had a parent lead him into it or
Right.
guide him or even be particularly supportive. They've let him take over the basement.
That's
So
nice
he's
of
got
them.
14 tanks in the basement.
And what did he say? He was shoveling snow. He would do every
Yeah,
kind of little
he's paid
job he
for it
could
all.
do.
He's worked for every bit of it. You know, I figured this is a rich kid. When I first saw the video, this is a rich kid whose daddy gives him everything. Well, I was wrong about that. This is a kid who works for everything he's got, and he's got a lot. It's just really, really impressive. I don't know. Is he here? I don't think he's here.
I didn't see him.
His page
What's the
is
name
called
of his-
Everything Fishy. He
Everything Fishy,
just
okay.
broke 1,000. He's been online for 2 years since he was 12. He just hit 1,000. As he knows all the other kids his age. You know, I don't know how they find each other, but he was on with somebody. Alex, was it? I don't remember. Who
don't
was
remember.
asking him, "Do you know so and so and so and so?" And he was, yeah, he knew about 2/3 of them. And they were all people his age. Neat kid.
That's really neat.
I think I might have him already. I think that name rings a bell now.
He's in New York, no, Jersey, southern New York or northern Jersey, kind of around there. Um, he says he's got. I asked him what his favorite shop was. He said, "Well, there's one that's pretty far away. It's a half an hour's drive, and and the other two closer, so he can walk to his fish store." But he said something remarkable for a 14-year-old kid. He said, "Number one, I never buy anything for my hobby online because I want my local shops to be able to benefit from the money that I spend." And he said, and I spend money in the smallest of the shops. And I do it because they get to know me and we have conversations. We can talk. So he goes in there, the people know him. So he's learning by associating himself with other fish keepers through his local fish store. And he's doing it in a very disciplined way. Now he doesn't have a car. He's driving there or taking a bus. So,
Let's see.
he's the kid showing an enormous amount of discipline. His fish room, I haven't seen all of it. I only seen 2 of his tanks, but they're impressive. And I was really most impressed by his collection of fish. He's got stuff I can't have here in Florida. So can't say enough about Joey at Everything Fishy.
I'll check him out as soon as I get off here.
Oh yeah, he was on there with us with Jesse the other day, HC Aqua. I don't know how I could forget poor Jesse. I love Jesse. Let's see. Oh, you reading Stevens?
Yeah.
You know,
I'm
that's
having that kind of experience with Thomas. He's
yeah.
He's 23 years old. He's really young. And he's he's very upbeat, very kind of full of himself, very positive, full of ideas. thinks he's the most brilliant person in the room. But there's the
Aquarium
level of
cop.
humility in him that makes him willing to listen. And he is willing to listen. And that's really what makes the difference. To be able to hear other points of views and assimilate them and test them to see if it works or not.
Aquarium cop. Him in that video. Him in the video of my grandbabies. He said, watch the first 43 seconds, and I click on, and it's little Geneva and Shaylee.
Oh, they are so cute.
Geneva's she tested positive, so Geneva and Morgan have so far. So,
well, I know it's got parents scared to death, but it's going to pass as quickly as it can.
Oh yeah. Let's see here, Fishy.
Kids have. Alex is saying kids have echolocation for one another. Yeah, was it Blake who was on with him?
Yeah, HC. Oh, Blake was on him. Okay. Yeah, I miss
love
Blake.
the cube behind you, Mary.
My tank?
Yes.
Thank you. It's actually one of those 15-gallon Aqueon tanks, the tall tank, but I've got it so deep with substrate, like I've got.
I wonder where you learned that from.
I don't know. But notice it, I don't really do nothing with it. It's just thriving away. Everything's growing. I wondered, though, do bristlenose eat the water? I know they'll eat swords, but do they eat the dwarf water lilies?
No, I don't think they do.
Okay. I had a little hole in there.
Chickens.
Okay. I was just wondering.
They will chew holes in Amazon swords, I know.
Yeah.
Here Fishy made an interesting observation. He said, Father Fish, you didn't have all this information at your fingertips that kids do now. And by God, that's absolutely true. I mean, for me, it was a slow process. If I had a question about a fish, I had to wait until Saturday. Either go to the fish store or the library to get an answer to my question.
The encyclopedias came out.
We did have a set of encyclopedias finally. We got one, and that certainly was a big help. But boy, today, I think of something, have a question, pop it up, get the answer. I mean, it's there, and it's there, and I'm moving on. The whole process of learning. If you're at all tech savvy, and can just manage to do a search and find on a computer, man, you can just move light years.
Right.
Compared to what it was, 40, 30, 40.
Oh, I know it.
30, 40 years ago, 20 years
ago. And then
ago.
if you didn't have the right kind of person, though, that you got your information from, you could have learned the wrong ways of doing things, too.
Right. That's right, too. Yep.
Sharpie said he might come up, too. I don't know if you still want to, Sharpie.
John's always a blast.
Yeah. Sharpie is too much. Love all these Kenny E's. Everybody's Kenny E.
E, right.
I butchered your fish's name. I'm so sorry. Such beautiful fish, though. What time is it?
Yeah, I'm hoping when I turn those lights on, I see some eggs. I had to remove all the other. I had 4 Geophagus saveni in there with them. I had a beautiful Vieja and some other cherry tiger barbs. So I had to remove all them.
Here, Fishy. All right, I'm gonna give you guys something. That's one of my secrets.
Y'all ready?
Here, Fishy is asking for a fish room air pump. there is a source for that level of equipment, as well as things like sponge filters, fish foods, a wide variety of very high quality fish foods, including the Japanese imports that are not otherwise available. I'm going to give you the source for all that stuff. It's not that it's a secret. It's not a secret. It's just something that is not widely known. But it is a source that all of the ornamental fish farmers in this country know and use routinely. And you can go on the website and you can buy from them. They have a retail, excuse me, a retail sales price list. You can also join, and by being a member, you get discounts on everything. I don't know what the membership is these days. It's probably around $100 a year. The site is, and let me just click it in so I get it right. It is the Florida FTFFA, Florida FTFFA, the Florida Tropical Fish Farmers Association. Florida Tropical Fish Farms Association. It's ftffa.com. There's their website. That's their homepage for breeders and growers of tropical fish. And they have everything you're buying from a retail shop available through them at or slightly above wholesale. If you join, become a member, it's at wholesale. If you're not a member, it's slightly above wholesale. So take a look to outfit a fish room. This is where you want to go. What brought that to mind was the question here Fishy asked about pumps. They sell blowers. They sell a lot of different kinds of pumps, but they sell blowers in different powers. I have a 1/2 horsepower blower in my fish room that runs about 300 tanks, and it costs about $200, maybe a little more, not much more. There are other pumps. Go on the list if you're looking for equipment for a fish room. You're looking now. I wouldn't buy tanks from them, but you can buy near anything else, supplies, equipment, and they've got all the little oddball stuff, like the strainers that slip over a PVC pipe that are flexible. They sell that kind of thing. They sell all of the valves, either metal or plastic valves, that the 1/4-inch valves that you screw into a PVC. They sell all different sizes of sponge filters. They sell the silicone hose, all of the hose. Let's show those off. That is gorgeous. Frank just walked in with something you got to see. He's been putting together some. Look at this. Let me get.
Show him here.
Yeah, wait a minute. I got it. Yeah, I got to get it up here. Hold on a minute.
I'll back here because.
Good morning, Frank.
Good morning, Mary Page.
Danny.
Oh, is that? I'm sorry.
It's Kenny.
Oh, hey, Kenny.
You
Sorry.
remember Kenny? Kenny was here. Yeah.
Sorry. My hearing's not too good. There's two different ones. So they've got duckweed on them right
I
now.
said Kenny's much prettier.
Yeah, right.
Oh, no. Sorry. I just saw you when I walked by.
Can you see this? Look at what he's done. This is astounding. That is brilliant. That is
Yeah.
gorgeous. Let me get
What is it?
a wider
Yeah.
shot of it.
I was trying to get that link. It might have already been dropped by the time I got it.
There, that's better.
Oh, wow. Can't get back to the chat.
Look
Oh,
at that.
you're sending that
Oh,
to me?
nice.
Oh, that's gorgeous.
And you got this little one too.
Oh, I love it.
That one.
Oh, Frank. Oh, I like that one.
Frank, that is
I like
amazing.
them both.
Yeah, they're gorgeous. So this one is Java Fern,
This one says
and that's Anubias.
petite.
That's a Nana.
Petite.
It's not Nana. It's not petite. It's Nana.
Are you
It's
sure?
Nana. I don't think it's petite. It might
I
be.
think it is.
I think petite is
I think,
smaller.
yeah.
But
Okay. Maybe it is.
yeah,
Wow, that's some dwarfed.
they are
Nana.
gorgeous,
They're
aren't they?
gorgeous.
Nice job.
All right,
Really pretty. Thank you, Frank.
yeah, man.
Very nice.
That was seriously nice. Oh, I love
Oh
it.
yeah, that's some of the prettiest I've seen, and they will sell very quickly. That's great. I tend to
Yeah, but-
underprice those kinds of things. I will sell those for probably $50. So I'm getting a little better. 6 months ago, I'd have sold them for 40. They're worth 100.
Oh, yeah. Was there anybody waiting in the waiting room?
Pardon?
Was anybody waiting? I thought I heard a beep a minute ago. Sharpie
Yeah,
was
there
going to
is.
try to come up.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
I can hear it when they dink on. And Danikin, I lost you. Okay, there you are.
I'm still
You're
here.
still there. There's Sharpie.
There he is. Hi there. You got us?
That's
He
a-
went off. Lost him.
Oh,
I think he
yeah,
did
Alex.
not have his volume or something. Didn't have
Alex
his
says
speaker.
that's Anubis Nana, maybe gold coin, but not petite. And that's
It's
a
not
pricey
petite,
chunk.
right. Yeah, petite.
$60 retail. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, $50 retail. I think is a good price for that.
Oh, Alex, I'm gonna have to order some.
That's
so
pretty
you can
stuff.
kick yourself.
We just lost Kenny.
Oh, no, you can't.
We're losing.
Hold on.
There's Sharpie back. And we lost Mary. Then we got Sharpie black screen.
Okay. I'll be right back. My grandson just came in here, but he can't get on screen. He's like streaking. I'll be right back.
Yeah, your sound is. Oh, we got your video now. Your audio's breaking up.
Myself.
We've only got a still of you, Sharpie. Let's keep working on it. Yeah, Mary. So somebody else says, I think Kenny is back.
Good morning, John.
Uh-oh. It's me.
Yeah, he's having a hard time getting his signal. It just he's not got a strong signal. It's kind of breaking up.
Uh-oh, where'd Mary go?
Yeah.
I know she had to take a streaking grandchild out of the room.
Well, I had to get dressed first as well, so you know.
Aquarium Cop just sent us a link. Let me get back over.
Oh, John's gone again.
Yeah, he's having trouble getting on. Let's see. I'm bouncing around here. I'm trying to get. Let me get back over.
Yeah, I think they
Trying
might be
to.
working on. Might be working
Korean
on
Cop
it.
just sent. Oh, he sent the StreamYard link. But there was another. Laurie, Patreon, Aquarium Cop. Yeah, Aquarium Cop is saying, I was so happy. The day the fish store, I stayed hours each day after school. They hired me, not for pay. I was too young, but for store credit. Yeah, I do that with kids all the time. I just love to do it. It's great fun. And sometimes they even do a little work every once in a while. There it is. Here's, no, that's not it. Yeah, Aquarium Cop is sending me the StreamYard link. I've already got that. Thought he had something else. Oh, well. So, Sharpie, are you with us?
I believe so. It seems to be working for the moment. I'm going to have to run a cable across from some.
Yeah, it's a little better. We're still getting a bit of a lag. Nice to have you come up. Good to see you.
Nice to be here as well. So I say, whichever way I'm going. There's a tank behind me that the hemichrome is spawned in yesterday.
Yes.
And there's the new fry rack that went in yesterday and Monday.
Oh, very nice.
And my ghost cat is throwing my lighter around again.
So you have 10s? You have 10s on that rack?
They're 24 litres, so 6 gallons.
6? Yeah, they look a little smaller than 10. That's a nice sized tank. They're a little hard to come by here in the States.
Yeah, well, I mean, tanks tend to be smaller on the whole in the UK. Well, our houses are small.
Huh.
So, I mean, for the UK, that which is basically, let's call it a 40 breeder, is 200 litre, is considered a big tank.
I see. Yeah, that's comparable to about a 29, I guess, here in the States.
Yeah, 200 litres works out about 44.5 gallons.
Is that right?
Yeah.
Oh, it is deeper, is it? Is that 18? Yeah, it's deeper, I guess.
Yeah, it's a fair chunk of it. It's pretty deep front back levels.
Yeah.
18,
it's a nice tank. It's a great size. I really like it.
You can see, for a duck, there's the Bashir.
Yeah. Oh, look at that.
The hemichromis and the Agaras all sneak around quite happily in there.
Nice.
Yeah, see the tank there are about 50 baby cribs and 25 baby bristlenoses. That one's going to be over similar shell dwellers. I've got about 25 ready to go into that, and that one's going to be cribs as well. Which is, I've got another 70 of them ready to go in there, and another spawn of bristlenoses. And the tub at the bottom has got 100 odd bristlenoses in it.
Have your shell dwellers spawned?
Yeah. Actually, I'll grab the camera. Hopefully, it doesn't do anything silly or weird.
Danny and I just switched our 50 low boy to Similis, John.
Yeah, I'll say that's my little Similis tank. As you can see, the bigger fry in there. There's a whole bunch of fry in the breeder box. Nice. And there was a new spawn yesterday.
Huh.
And as you can see, they've done their aquascaping.
Yeah, they are, aren't they? Moving it around.
If I go around, so you can see the grow out tub, tanks, and pleco tub at the bottom. And then, that way. Then there'll be the 3 tanks on that shelf as well. There he is.
Oh.
There's my big boy.
Nice.
There's my room.
Is that your total fish room?
Let me see how many we can get in. So there's the cherry shrimp tank there.
Ah.
There's another one over there, which is what I'm breeding the cribs and the bristle noses in.
Oh, okay.
If the camera cable is long enough. There's another one there you can see, and a CPD tank next to it.
Corner, yeah. Right.
There, you can just see the corner of another tub under the stairs.
Yes.
And then the better tank is further around the corner.
Wow.
So, got a few.
So every nook and cranny has a tank.
Pretty much, yeah. That's why I had to put the back in, because we were all over the floor as well.
Right.
And the silly cameras are starting to lose focus, so we'll try the old trick. There we go.
Off and on. Marginally better.
Yeah, well, I mean, no one wants to see me in high def anyway. Got a favourite radio and a voice for silent movies. Yeah, well, here Fishy saying wishes Shelley's was spawned. I've not really done anything special. I've just got sand, relatively low light with salvinia floating on the surface.
Yeah.
And just my tap water.
Right.
Which you can chew on my tap water.
Here, sounds like Florida. Where do you live?
Norfolk, which is right out on the eastern side. So.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Closer to Norway than Ireland.
On the channel side.
Yeah, sort of southeast outside.
Oh, really? So you're really not that far from Lee, from Portsmouth.
Oh no, we're the opposite side of the country.
Oh, is that right?
Yeah, I'm on. If you were to look at it on the map, I'm on the right-hand side.
Very well.
On the left. Yeah.
Okay. He's at the bottom.
Yeah. I'm about a third of the way up on the right-hand side.
Oh, I see.
To about the North Coast.
Oh, the continent side. Huh.
Yeah. Just off the North Sea.
I remember years ago, when I was a kid, I used to get the magazines, and I would read articles like in Bunt Barsh about some of the British breeders who had little fish rooms. This is back, golly, 70 years ago. And those guys were really advanced that far back, to the point where they had dedicated fish rooms, some of them. I remember one was losing his fish room because he could not afford to pay the electric bill, and a number of people came together to help him cover that so he could keep his fish room going. That was many, many, many years ago. So I've known for a long time that the Brits have got a handle on the hobby that's unique to the hobby.
I was reading a book a while back about keeping fish. One of those things, when I was starting the hobby, I bought some books, did some research online and all that stuff. And if I saw a book in a second-hand bookshop, I'd buy it at 50 pence or 50 cents.
Yeah, you bet. You bet.
I got halfway through reading it, and then they went on started talking about how to heat the tank. And now we're going on about spirit and alcohol lamps and candles underneath the tank. That was where I realised it was Victorian.
Oh my.
150-year-old book.
Oh my. Oh, that's wonderful. Yeah, one of our members came across a book in Sweden from the 1850s that was written by a botanist who wrote the entire book about keeping aquariums, keeping fish, I think fresh and saltwater. So he started in translating it, and my plan was to read the translations on Patreon, which I've never gotten around to doing. If I ever get out from under this shop, that'll be the first project I tackle. But the one you found, do you still own that book?
Yeah, I've got it somewhere on one of my bookshelves.
Oh, that's wonderful.
It's one of those.
That's a real treasure.
A lot of it was obviously kind of out of date. A lot of it was basic, but doing things the simple way.
Well, exactly, and that's what's really remarkable. Is those guys figured things out based on very simple steps and very simple procedures that we in our complex culture make vastly more complicated than it needs to be.
Yeah, I'm a great fan of keeping things as simple as possible.
Amen
if it
to
means
that.
I have to do that work, that's good.
Amen to that. That's right. You bet. Well, thank you, guys. We have hit 9:30, and we talked about shutting it down at 9:30. So I think we're going to go ahead and do that. Really enjoyed having you up here,
Yes.
Sharpie. Come on, come on back up again. Danica, wonderful to see you.
Always good to see y'all.
Yeah, good to see you guys. Always a pleasure to see you too, John.
Yes. Sharpie's incredible, y'all. Him and Danica both. Make sure y'all are subscribed to both of them. I've just gotten to where I quit lurking on Sharpie's channel, and now I'm in there talking with him over there. But I used to lurk a lot. But
really,
yep. I lurk a lot of places, and people don't know I'm there. But I just like listening to what they got to say.
I normally get in trouble if I lurk places.
I'm always listening to you, John, while I'm water changing on Sundays.
Yep. I like to put it on my. I'm like Aquarium Cop. I like to put it on my TV and watch. Oh my gosh!
Yeah,
this one's for you, Sharpie. Look, it being attacked.
Oh,
There he is.
She brought that back from Kentucky.
There's Sharpie's cat up there, Father Fish.
The guy that is on me at the moment.
Oh yeah.
You know the story of Father Fish's Tom. Yep.
Yeah, Tom's in back of me.
Yep.
I had Tom for 14 years. He just died about a month ago. Just lost him recently. Got a reflection.
That was a couple of months ago. He got. We're not entirely sure whether he got attacked by a seagull or someone threw a rock at him.
Oh my goodness.
Well, Tom, that's sad.
Morning, Top.
Yeah, Tom had arthritis, and it got to the point that he could not walk.
Oh, bless him.
So we bid fond farewell.
Yeah,
but he's still with me. His temperament was so serene from the time he was a kitten. He was a Bengal and a very quiet, very peaceful cat. He was a great hunter, like a lion as a hunter, but a very quiet, peaceful.
That was the same. It was. I mean, he woke me up one day at 3 a.m. with a rat in his mouth.
Yeah.
Before we go, there's something important. If I read that right, Rohan me make sure it was his birthday. And he's the one, remember when he baked you a cake from the Himalayas and blew it out on your
Yes.
birthday?
Yes.
Was that right, Rohan? Did I make
Is
sure I
it
got
his
the right
birthday?
person? I just saw it like at the, yep, just a second. And hello, Cynthia. She snuck in on us
Happy
too.
birthday, Rohan.
Yes.
Happy birthday.
I think we should sing it to him. Because he was here for your stream and he baked all that cake and
He baked the cake for my 80th birthday.
he did.
In the Himalayas.
If
Yay.
he's going to get a
Put a
copy there.
candle on it, and I blew it out.
Yep, that was awesome. That's when all this madness started for me.
To you.
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Rohan. Happy birthday to you.
It's like a round.
Yeah, like, hold the candle. Okay, blow it.
Blow out the candle, right? Thank you. Happy birthday, Rohan.
Yes, we couldn't have left that out.
It's not a candle, Rohan, but blow.
There you go. Yeah. All right. That's a great way to end it up. Hey, 40ers. No.
Bless you all. Wonderful
Okay.
to be with you.
Bye, Sharpie. Bye,
Let's get
Kenny.
Lee up here. We'll sing.
Y'all can dance out with us. There you go. Go, Sharpie.
Let's talk about
Love
There
it.
he goes.
Yay.
There he goes.
Get down.
All right.
All right.
fish, baby.
That's
Let's talk
right.
about
I love it. Go, Kenny.
things that can be.
Oh, me.
Let's talk about fish.
I just get silly.
Let's talk about
Silly's
fish.
good.
Let's talk about fish.
Now, there you go, Kenny.
Instrumental break.
Instrumental break. Go. All right. Get down.
Shake them here.
Whoa. Little cowboy action.
All right. Okay, Father Fish, give us your fish
Father
lips. Here goes his fish face. I love him.
Oh man.
Let's talk about fish.
Oh, that reminds me of my epistogramma.
Me. Let's talk about all the good
That was great.
things that make. Let's talk about fish.
Take care,
Gotta do
everybody.
your shoulder dance.
Have a wonderful day.
Bye, guys. Love y'all.
Love you too.
Love you all.
I'll play it back and I'll see what I think.
We'll do the submarine song. Go off
Oh.
with that.
I love
I
it.
love
You're fishy.
it. Bye, all. Love you guys.
Love you. I'll talk to you later.
Have a good day,
Bye-bye.
guys. Thanks for having me up, Father Fish.
Thank you, Sharpie. Thanks for coming up. Come on up again.
Well, Lou, thanks for having me.
Till we found his tank so clean, and we smiled, we found our way on Father Fish's fun life stream. We all love Father Fish's great life stream. He keeps his tank so clean, the plants they are so green. We all love his fluffy beard, it is so white. His eyes, they are so bright, he always keeps it tight. And our friends are all aboard, many more of them, they still snore. But they watch him on replay. We all love Father Fish's great live stream. His tanks, they are so clean. The plants, they are so green. We all love his fluffy beard, it is so white. He always keeps it tight. His eyes are so bright. As we live the life fishy,